Hello guys, this is allrover, and in this lecture we will be seeing the external JavaScript file, and in that we will be seeing how we can write the function in different we can write different function also, like in internal JavaScript we were writing the function in the same line as we are writing the click event. We are writing that function also in the same line, but we will be seeing that function can be written in the JavaScript file in the somewhere, and we can pass the app function as an argument. Even in the inline JavaScript that we have seen, we use the on click event. We can call the function also. We can call the function. Earlier we were writing the function there only in the inline JavaScript, but we can even call the function. So these are the things that we will be seeing, and we will be also seeing the difference between the on click that we have seen in the earlier lecture and the external JavaScript using the function. What are the difference between two, and which should be most preferable and handier. So let's start our lecture. In this HTML code you can see that this is the earlier code only. Now it is linked to the for linking the external JavaScript file. You can write at the end of the body section, you have to write the script tag, and inside the script tag just write the type, that is the text slash JavaScript, and the source to which JavaScript file you want to link this HTML file. So in this code you can see that I have linked it to script.js, but I want it to be what we call link it to demo.js, because the JavaScript file currently I have is demo.js. So source is demo.js. So we have just the say hello button is there, and what we want to do with this button is variable hello button, and we can get element by its id is btn. You can see in the HTML that the id is btn. So get element by id btn. Now what you want to do with this element, you want to add the click event. So how we were doing the click event, hello button dot add, we are adding the event listener. Click event listener you want to add, and the function you want to execute whenever that click event happens or occurs. So we are writing here the function in the same line as we are adding the event listener. So function is just the hello prasant message printing. Now if I open in browser, and when we click on say hello, it is printing the message hello prasant. So this is the one way of writing the code. You can even write that what we call the say hello function in different piece of code. Say hello function in different anywhere in the JavaScript file, and then call that function in, instead of writing the whole function here. Instead of writing the whole function here, we can just pass the argument of that function. So you can see this code. I have written the function say hello, and its work is to just print the alert or the pop-up message hello prasant. Now in the earlier code also we were getting the hello button variable by its id. Now in during the event listener addition, we are adding the event listener and click event. We are just passing that function as an argument. So whenever that click event happens, this function is going to work. So earlier we were writing the whole function here, but now we are just passing that function as an argument. So this can become handier, as if you have more lines of code to write in the function, then it will be more what we call hectic, or not, it will not be cleaner. But if you write function somewhere else in the JavaScript code, and then pass the function as an argument, then it will be more cleaner. So opening in browser, clicking on say hello, the pop-up message appears, hello Prasant. Now, now there is you can also use the calling of that function in the on click event, the inline JavaScript that we have seen. So this is the HTML code that we will be using now. There will be two buttons here, and the JavaScript code that we will be using is this. So you can see that the changes, there is little change from the earlier code, and that is here only in these two lines. Earlier we are on click equal to, we are writing the function, we are writing the what you call the work of that function, that is console.log say hello or alert hello, anything we are writing the definition there only. But now we are calling the function, we are calling the function that are written in external file. Say hello is written in demo.js file, and we are calling it from the HTML file on click event. And second, button 2 is using the external JavaScript. We are handling this the click event on this button 2. This is internal JavaScript, line number 13, and this is external JavaScript. The thing I want to show in internal JavaScript, that you can either write the function definition here only, or you can write the function somewhere else in the JavaScript file and call it from here. Now the button to event is handled using the same way, get element by id, and the id is button 2. You can see here the id is button 2 here, right? So the id is button 2, and we are adding the event listener click event, and the function we are using is say hello. Here you can see that this uh, brackets we are not using, because here we are not calling the function. Here we are passing the function as an argument. So in demo in inline JavaScript we were calling the function, but in external JavaScript we are passing the function as an argument. So this is one difference between the on-click event or the internal JavaScript and the external JavaScript. I will be showing you the one more difference after this. I'm running this code in the browser. Now this is button 1 and this is button 2. On clicking on button 1, on clicking on button 2, it's not working. It's not working. Let me see. It was not working because we have used the JavaScript file as script.js. However, the JavaScript file currently we have is demo.js. So we have to correct the name here. So this is the correct name, and now if I open it in browser, now it is showing. On clicking on button 1, we are getting the message hello Prasant, and on clicking on button 2, okay, I am clicking, and on clicking on button 2, it's not working. Why it is not working? It's not working because you can see that in giving the id name, we have clicked to and that's why it's not working. Now if I open in browser, and you can see on clicking on button 1 you are getting the message hello prasant, and on clicking on button 2 after clicking on ok you are getting the message hello prasant. So these are the two ways in which you can call the function even from the external file. From the external file we were just passing the function as an argument, and in the internal javascript, that is the inline javascript, using the on click event we are calling the function that are written in the external javascript file. So you can even call the function. Now I will be showing you the difference between the two, that is the on click event and in the as the inline javascript, and the add event listener that is written in the external javascript. What if you want to add more than one event listener to any element? Here we have the element as button, and you want to add more than one event listener. Then what will we do? Will you be able to do this using this what we call the internal JavaScript, or the inline JavaScript? No, we can do that, because here you can see that only the one, what we call, one function call we can make. But using the external JavaScript, here you can even write one more add event listener, right? So these are the two differences. First difference is that we in the internal JavaScript or the inline JavaScript we are calling the function, and in the external JavaScript we are passing the function as an argument while we are adding the event listener. And the second difference between these two is that in first, that is the inline JavaScript, you will not be able to add more than one event listener, but in case of external JavaScript you will be able to add more than one event listener. So this is the HTML code, and this HTML code is similar only, but I'm copying it. I will be explaining this code also. No need to worry, no need to worry about that. Now see here. This is the similar code only. This is the doctype HTML. Style.css file is linked, and in the body part we have two buttons having the id button 1 and button 2. In button 1 we have inline JavaScript, and in button 2 we have the external JavaScript, and using the script tag we have linked the HTML file with the JavaScript file. Now you can see that here the name is wrong. We should be writing the demo.js. So in the demo.js you can see what it is. Say hello function is there, and one more function is there, say bye. And in the we are just printing the alert us, one us in hello prasant, and in the other we have the bye prasant. We are getting the element by its id hello button, and in the hello button we are adding two event listener. This is the difference. We are adding the two event listener, and both are the click events, having one as say hello function and other as a say bye function. Now if I run this code, see the difference. Now if I run this code, when I click on button 1 you get the message hello prasant, right? You click ok. Now you click on button 2, you get the message hello prasant, okay? Click ok. Now it's saying bye prasant. When you click ok it will disappear. So both message are showing on click event because we have added two event listener, one as hello prasant for showing the pop-up message and other as bye prasant. That's why button 1 and button 2 are useful. So this is about the external JavaScript, and we have also seen the how you can use the function as an argument, as calling in the inline JavaScript. and we have seen the difference also. So thank you so much for watching, and keep following in the next lectures. Thank you very much.